tough night for us tonight. Ultimately, we're not getting enough points on the board for us to even stay in the fight. I thought defensively we were really good the first half. I thought we were locked in, and one thing about Sac State is they have a lot of great shooters outside of their point guard and their five that are some of their main scorers. And I thought the first half we were really locked in and paid attention defensively on rotations and where we needed to be. And still just not scoring enough points. So we had a couple looks, missed a few layups early on, and we're down 6. And then the second half, it's almost a tale of two halves. So containing their three-point shooters to giving up 10 threes in the second half, which ultimately, took us out of the fight. But we got to score more points. I think that's the main message. Hannah took 4 shots, and we know that's not good enough for our team and from my side. So I'm going to have to go back and look and make sure that we're helping her get those shots. We got to make sure everybody's helping her get those shots because they did a great job defensively of chasing out our shooters. And then obviously they have a 6'5" post player that can field any action in the paint. So a lot of room to grow. I thought a great half, first half, and that second half. We have to be tougher. We have to figure out ways to keep ourselves in the game. The other area for me is just offensive rebounding. You might not be scoring, which is fine, but you got to have post players that are hungry on the glass and do everything they can, to help us get those points. And it's a will right now, and you have to want to. And I just think we're missing some of those spots that could really allow us to stay in the game and finish out the fight better.
Do you ever feel like the team is too selfless with the ball? Because sometimes, at least to me, it feels like maybe you're taking too many passes instead of shooting when you have an open opportunity.
Well, I don't think you can be too selfless, but yes, we don't want to pass up wide open shots, nor do we want to continue to create a wide open shot as well. One of the areas that we felt like when we traveled to Montana was that the ball wasn't moving side to side and it was pretty stagnant and we were guardable, So at this, I do think the ball moved a little bit better, but you're right, we don't want to give up wide open shots just to keep passing the ball around. The goal is to get to the rim, get a high percentage shot, obviously get a wide open shot. And what they had going for them is they chased us out. They did a good job. I thought they were rough and physical with our guards in the beginning. It made us work hard to get open. And then obviously that paint presence, it dictates. I thought Nia Hall did a good job. This is the first time, for her as a freshman going against 6'4", 6'5" post players and her being, for the most part, calm and collected and thinking through, you can't just make one move. You may need multiple moves to go get a bucket. So I thought early on, she gave us a few big buckets.
You kind of mentioned the will to get those offensive rebounds, those hustle plays. It seemed like earlier in the season, y'all had kind of figured it out. Is there anything specific that maybe is playing into that now?
Well, the teams are just getting better and better. And, non-conference is a little bit different than conference play. And that's with a little bit of our youth. It's showing a little bit of our inexperience, and other teams, that team that we just played, outside of maybe one or so players, had all juniors and seniors, and, their point guard, their starting point guard, number 0, Dean, she scored over 1,700 points already in her career. She knows how to score the basketball. So, and then they have a lot of great shooters spotted up. So I think of multiple things of us not scoring enough, and then the teams are getting better. And when you get in conference play, it's a dogfight every single night, and there's a physicality side of it I think that we're not responding well to just yet. And then there's a defensive side that you have to hold your ground defensively, and we're just giving up too many wide. I mean, they shot 60% for the game, so we have to have some resistance on the defensive end as well.
Well, for you, how do you kind of maintain morale among your staff and the players?
Well, we still have a lot of basketball left, and the goal is, when we take a game like this, self-reflect, and we look and say, okay, what could I have done better? I mean, obviously, I do as a coach as well, and then we're going to come together tomorrow, we'll watch film, and we'll figure out what do we need to do to put more points on the board, because now it's becoming a trend where we've gone several games, and we're not scoring enough. And so it's collective. But I think we have a team that it is locked in. Is losing fun? Absolutely not. But do they want to learn? Do they want to grow? Are they staying together through it all? Absolutely. And I think we have the right players that understand that side of it too.